Hello and welcome back. I have more journal prompts for you guys because that seems to be my favorite topic to talk about. So grab your journal and we're going to be talking about some more fun, unhinged journal prompts to journal about. So these are more journal prompts for when you don't feel like getting too serious, yet you still want to kind of discover something about yourself. So these are more kind of unhinged, kind of crazy questions to ask yourself. But I feel like these are the type of questions that will really bring out that version of you that you need to discover, if you know what I mean. So, the first prompt I have for you is to just make a page and list all the things that you don't mess with, all the things you really don't resonate with, things that rub you the wrong way, things you hate, things that annoy you. These can be characteristics about people, these can be things people do that irk you. This can be, I don't know, you really don't like how that tree gets in the way of your way to work, like little things that just irritate you. And then you can maybe kind of discover and look into why do these things irritate me? And then that kind of helps you delve into the depth of the question is like, well, why, what is it that really irritates me about these things? And then that tells you something about yourself. So the second one I have is to write down every person you've ever disliked in your entire life and see if you can find a pattern. So literally go write down every person you've either hated, not been too fond of, kind of disliked, been annoyed with, and see if you can find a pattern in all of them. Is there a certain characteristic of people that irritates you? Is there a certain personality trait that irks you? Like what is it that makes you dislike all these people? And maybe there are completely different reasons and then you can realize that. But if there's a pattern, then that's a fun thing to notice. And then why is it that specific thing that you dislike about people? And then after you've talked about how much you hate these people, um, write down one thing you like about all of them. I feel like when we dislike people or we have a hatred towards someone, we just focus on solely the bad aspects of this person, yet there might be one thing that we actually like about them, yet we shove that to the side because the hatred is overpowered over that one thing we might like about them. So this kind of helps discover why you might dislike these things about people. If that's an insecurity of yourself, like if you don't like this thing about someone because you don't have it, it might be something like that. Either or, you'll probably get something from this journal prompt. And then the last journal prompt I have for you is what are some characteristics or things about yourself that you think the other people in your life or others in general would be jealous of? Now, I feel like this is kind of a wild question to ask yourself, but it's questions like these that can really help you discover parts of yourself that you didn't realize even existed. So think about yourself. This can either be physical appearance wise or mainly personality wise. You can do this question however you want. But think of what are some things about yourself that you think other people would be jealous you have. And then also kind of delve into what is a common thing other people have that you tend to be really jealous of or that sparks that jealousy within you. So this could be like, oh, I think other people might be jealous of the color of my eyes. I like to think this because I have green eyes and they're rare. And yeah, maybe people are jealous of my eyes. I don't know. Um, but this can be personality wise. Maybe you think, oh, people might be really jealous of how hardworking I am because a lot of people in my life are tend to be quite lazy. And this can really bring out how you feel about people, not only about yourself, but in other people as well. But I just dare you to try this question and just see what comes out because this could go so many different ways. But that's what I love about journal prompts is that they can go so many different ways. This can either be cover half a page or this could spiral into 10 pages of your journal. Who knows? But those are a few kind of interesting journal prompts that don't have to be serious if you don't want them to be, but you can also delve really deep into how you feel with these as well. So I have many more journal prompt videos to come, as I always say. So please, if you guys could comment, maybe if you want to comment your answers, I'd love to read through them. But if not, if you guys could subscribe to a little small creator, I'd really appreciate that. So I'll see you next time.